Peace. 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 Family. Or whatever. I am so excited to be here. I'm just trying to get my tea together real quick. Because I'm about to spill some tea, okay? Um, Today has been a glorious day. How y'all been feeling today? Y'all been all right there? Y'all been all right? Y'all been all right? Let me see if I could. Okay, no. I was trying to see if I can add something, but I'll try to do that later. I'll have to figure it out. But for right now, I just wanted to come in and have a little chat, talk a little snaps, see where y'all mind at, see how y'all feeling. And my biggest question of the day is what? Get it. What are you investing your energy to? What are you offering your light to? And how are those things improving your day-to-day reality, right? No, go get your own blanket because she's sleeping and I don't want you to disturb her. Um, a lot of times what I realize is that, and this is something that I see many people speaking about. So I know I ain't crazy and I know I ain't wrong, but a lot of people are constantly speaking about um, procrastinating and offering their energy to everything but whatever it is that they really are desiring to have in their lives, hanging out with people that are not propelling them forward to um, the reality that they truly desire to be living in. And so my question is, why are you investing in things that you really don't desire to partake in? Why are you investing your time and energy into people that are not in alignment with what you want for yourself? Why are you engaging in music or movies that are not in alignment with what it is that you desire for your life? Because what you consume, you create. I'm going to say that again. What you consume, you create. So what are you creating? If you're constantly hanging out with people that are not bringing forth your desired outcome of life, then what are you really doing? You know what I'm saying? And these are questions that I had to ask myself. I know that there is a standard of living that I want to accomplish in life. I know that there is a standard of living that I desire. And so now I'm finding myself asking myself, well, am I investing in that properly? And what does that look like? What does it look like for me to fully invest into my desires? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that group of people look like that I'll talk to on a consistent basis that will cultivate what it is that I desire? Like, how are we expanding to the next level? How are we cultivating something new? You know what I'm saying? And what I realize is that a lot of people are not on the same wave. So I'm being mindful of who and what I interact with, who and what I consume, because I want something different than what I've experienced over the last decade of my life. Over the last decade, I have transitioned and grown through so many different stages. And throughout those different stages that I've learned, what I truly desire desires me. What I truly want for myself wants me back. So I have to have faith that what I want wants me and what I want is already mine. So in order to do that, it's like I had to do a purge. Excuse me. I had to do a purge of people and a purge of things to get into that full alignment of my desires, to get into that full alignment of my purpose, because we are constantly operating out of what I believe is a potential until we reach our purpose. Like, we know that we have the potential to accomplish certain things, but we have to get on the road to get to those things. And how do you get on the road to living in your purpose? By evaluating those that surround you, by evaluating the things that you're consuming, by evaluating your behavior, you know what I'm saying, by holding yourself accountable, by setting new guidelines and rules to how you're operating your life moving forward, and understanding that the process of everything that you are deciding to engage in is propelling you for who you desire to be, possibly. Or it can propel you into a cycle of, I am going to just keep repeating this same thing over and over and over and over again because I don't have any desire to learn the lesson. And there are so many people out here like that are just floating through life, allowing for themselves to just live in whatever reality they're creating and stand in that loop because they don't desire anything better, or they don't believe that they deserve anything better. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to go after it. And so for me, it was like, damn, do I really know how to go after this? Like, what am I doing? Like, why am I engaging in anything? Do I feel like I still need to learn certain lessons? Because if I do, then this is why I'm going to keep putting myself in certain situations, you know what I'm saying? Like, or do I believe that I am deserving and worthy of the life that I truly desire? Like, what's really going on with your day-to-day interactions? What are you speaking over your life on a daily basis? What are you creating in your reality on a daily basis, And these are just like things that need to be on the forefront of what your reality is. What are you doing? Okay, we'll get in the bed then. So I was I have a certain desire, um an outcome of how I want my life to be and who I want to spend my life with, whether it be in a business, whether it be in friendships, whether it be in intimate, romantic, whatever relationships. I have a desire. And I found myself the other day dabbling in things that I don't desire out of vulnerability. I feel like I was having a moment of weakness. What are you supposed to do when I'm talking? Say, excuse me, don't talk to me. You can get out. Here, take your cup. Yes, you can take your blanket and you can take your phone and you can get out my room. Or you can be quiet and let me finish doing what I'm doing. Okay, well then be quiet. And then when I'm done, we can talk. Deal? Thank you. And anyway, so I was engaging in some shit, you know what I'm saying? And it was really just a person, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hanging out with someone and I was sitting there, and I pray before I have any interactions with anybody. If anybody is coming over here, I'm praying first because I want to be able to discern what's going on within our interactions to know if this is something that I'm still supposed to be engaging in or not. And to also know what is the purpose of this situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I learning a lesson here? Am I teaching a lesson here? What the fuck is this? What is this interactions? I like to know what I'm getting myself into. And so I prayed before this person came over. And my prayers always get answered. Always. And I was sitting there and we was just talking and we was chilling. And I started asking myself all of these questions, like, how am I being stimulated? What is this offering to me? What is this doing for me? Like, what am I expecting out of this exchange, And I started to be disgusted, you know what I'm saying? Because there wasn't anything that was going to be fulfilling for this exchange for me. this person might have been excited and happy to be able to be in the presence of me and whatever the fuck, but it was just like, for me, I realized that I wasn't getting anything out of it, and that I really just offered this space because I was bored. And it was like, well, how bored are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I could be cultivating so many different things, and it's like, does this boredom allow you to jeopardize what it is that you want for your future? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm engaging in this frequency, even though I know it's not something that I desire. So because I'm engaging in this frequency that I don't desire, it is blocking what it is that I'm actually going after. You know what I'm saying? So it got to a point where it was like, yeah, you can leave. We're done here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was fun or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't know. And every time it's like, when I have these different epiphanies, I'm like, everybody in my life has a purpose. I don't give a fuck who you are. You have a purpose, and iron is supposed to sharpen iron. And the moment that I realize that my shit's starting to get dull because you're not anything but besides me cutting plastic, is just dulling me out. I'm not putting it up against another piece of steel. I'm not putting it up against another piece of metal. I'm not putting it up against a rock to sharpen me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm literally just dulling my shit out. So I'm evaluating and understanding that that's not something that I desire to be doing, because this is blocking something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so then I had to say, well, what is it showing me? What am I doing? And I started realizing, like, there is a void there for companionship that I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still very fresh out of a relationship that was very big in my life. Like, it was a huge part of my reality. And it's been almost 10 months since we've been separated, and I still have those feelings and desires to be loved and cared for by that masculine energy, but not to the point where I wanted to hinder anything that I have fucking going on and that's coming to me. So I had to be mindful of that, like, oh, okay, well, I can have this type of exchange, but I have to be mindful in how I offer myself this exchange. I have to be mindful in what is this exchange really doing for me. You know what I'm saying? So that shit was really like um kind of irritating, because it just boiled over into more of me having more realizations of the reality of my living situation, and my living situation making me feel like, oh, well, I could go back to this, or I can go to this, or I could be doing this. And it's like, none of those things are what I want to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm in a temporary funk of emotions. So that makes me operate, let's say sporadically. I'm not operating in my true self. I'm operating in my false self, because I'm having these emotions come up that are stirring me in this direction, we'll say. And I'm like, well, damn, like, how do you correct this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, you allow for those emotions to build up, be expressed, and it made me realize, like, damn, like, I'm still hurting and mad and upset about the reality that me and the old man not together no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still real angry about that shit. And that is projecting into all of the situations that I'm allowing around me. And it's like, well, whatever vibrational frequency you're on is what you're going to continue to attract. So it's like, okay, well, let me deal with this shit. Shit. Let me deal with this shit, so that I'll be able to have better exchanges moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Let me be honest with myself about how I'm feeling and what's going on in my current reality that's making me want to go backwards, or that's making me want to feel a void. Why is there a void even there? You know what I'm saying? So I am very mindful of what I've been digesting lately. I've been making sure that there only been things that are bringing my awareness to what my future holds. And that's it. I don't want to deal with nothing else besides what my future is bringing to me. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be in alignment with that. So I just wanted to come on here and just ask y'all, like, what the fuck are you investing your time into? You know, what are you allowing your subconscious to absorb when you're scrolling aimlessly on Facebook? What is that doing for you? Or Instagram or TikTok? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you have a structure to the things that you're absorbing? Are these things helping you to create the reality of your business? Are these things inspiring you? What the fuck is, going on? Like, what are you doing? Like, how are you feeling good about you? You know what I'm saying? What are you welcoming into your fucking space? Like, y'all let me know what's going on out here. Yesterday I wanted to go live so bad. I was just such in a vulnerable space though, and I just kept crying, and I got a chance to talk to my best friend. And when I talked to my best friend, I had the opportunity to go through my emotions and filter those emotions through so that I can have an understanding of where I'm at in my life. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the times I just come on here and I'll vent, and it's not given the proper structure on how to deal with the shit that's going on, right? So I was able to take my time and analyze my shit yesterday, and I was able to vent in a productive way, and then come back and say, oh, okay, well, let me tell you what I had to do. I had to cry. I had to do some tapping so that I can uh, reverse the psychological fucking game and cycle that I was playing in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to literally do some tapping, do some stretching, do some crying, doing some breathing. You know what I'm saying? And I took some time to teach the girls some different breathing techniques and to be present with them, because I realized that my anger and my fear and my frustration is all really rooted in the fact that I didn't sign up to be a single fucking parent. Like, it had been 10 years since I had children. Like, I didn't sign up for this shit. Like, this wasn't the fuck I thought I was going to be doing. And because of the way that my life is unfolding, I haven't been able to sit with that. I've literally only sat with the fact that now I am a single woman and I have these responsibilities. And not only am I a single woman, but now I'm a single woman that has two small children that needs to be taken care of. And in order for me to be able to properly take care of them, I need to be able to have money. So now I have to go into this societal driven fucking mind state of I need to be in this masculine role so that I can provide for myself and the children, because I can't depend on anybody to do that. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, now I'm having to grieve in that space that I have to provide for myself and for my children after being taken care of for 4 years. Regardless of what the capacity of me being taken care of was, it was still being done. And so the reality of that makes me want to punch the old man in the face, because bitch, why couldn't we work this out? It wants me to punch myself in the face because I knew I didn't want the motherfucker in the first place. Like, oh my God, the reality. And it's like I have to put myself in these positions to hold myself accountable for all of the things that I've put myself in, which makes me evaluate even harder, what am I investing my energy into? What the fuck am I doing? How are the things that I am investing my energy into cultivating me to be the woman that I am supposed to be, cultivating me to leave the legacy behind for my children to be able to not struggle in the ways that I did. And when I'm speaking of legacy, I'm not talking about fucking money. When I speak of legacy, I'm talking about the generational things that need to be healed, the character growth and development that needs to take place. I'm talking about the accountability of the emotional intelligence that needs to be had. That's the type of legacy I'm trying to leave behind. They go have fucking money. They go have money because I'm gonna have the fucking money, and because my children are gonna go get the fucking money for themselves, because it's all in their charts. So I ain't worried about leaving behind no motherfucking money. I'm worried about leaving behind structure that is going to help you navigate through this world. The things that I didn't have: emotional intelligence, financial fucking responsibilities that I just didn't have a clue of. Like, I'm talking about sovereignty overall. That's let's just say that. I'm talking about sovereignty. When I'm talking about leaving my legacy behind for my children, I'm talking about being a sovereign being in your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your finances, being able to be authentically who you are with a proper healthy detachment and healthy attachments. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about leaving behind something more than what I can even phantom into words at this moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, life is a motherfucker, you know? And it's like they say life's a bitch and then you die. I disagree. Life doesn't have to be a bitch, but it is showing you exactly what the fuck needs to be done in order to create your reality in a different way. Excuse me. So with me being angry and upset about the old man not being the one, and me being angry and upset about me knowing that the old man wasn't the one, but I was so fucking desperate in myself for love, it's making me really be so present in this moment of being single and realizing like, yo, I'm really dope as fuck. I'm really good. So I need to be pouring into myself, and I need to be giving myself all of the things that I desire so that I can prep myself for what is to come. And I don't mean what's to come in just a romantic state. I'm talking about what's to come in my life in general, because I'm being present for myself so much that I am paying attention to what I'm calling into myself, what I'm talking about with my friends, what I'm sharing with my friends, what my friends are sharing with me. You know what I'm saying? The people that are on, the people that are off, what purpose all of these different people had in my life. I'm just paying attention, and I'm being quiet so that I can be properly guided and how to fortify my life for the rest of my life. I am tired of the same ass shit. So I want to be investing in myself differently than what I was before. I want to be opening my environment to something different. And it's real hard when you're in an environment that is constantly triggering you. So what I'm realizing now is that I am having to deal with, if someone is emotionally unstable, how that affects me. How is that impacting my life? How am I allowing someone else's emotional instability to affect me? Because whatever lesson you need to motherfucking learn, you're going to learn it, whether it's in the situation you're in now or the situation you're about to put yourself in next, because you're the common denominator. So for me, I'm like, okay, if someone is emotionally unstable or unstable, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm empathetic, I can feel it or whatever. Like, yeah, to a certain extent, everybody is. In my design, I am literally extremely empathetic. My fucking cognition is feel. I feel everything wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? I do really good at blocking some shit out. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how to protect myself now. But at the end of the day, I feel, and if I am not being mindful and cultivating my own energy on a daily basis, all day long if it take, then I allow for others' energies to affect me, which means I'm not doing the things that I need to be doing for myself. So then it gives me a reason to blame my environment and the things that's going on around me as an excuse to not do what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. Right? All right, cool. Well, no, we're not going to do that. I'm going to hold myself accountable and understand that I am allowing for my reality right now to affect my future. And that's not what I want. I don't want my reality of right now to affect my future, because the reality of right now is not what I desire. So I have to fight through all of the things, all of the outside noise, so that I can do what I need to do for myself, so that I can be present enough for myself. You know how hard that is sometimes? You know how hard it is. And I was listening to a video earlier today, and that motherfucker said we got 160 hours in a week. 160 hours. How much of that time are you dedicating to being a better person, being a better you? You know what I'm saying? If you dedicating 40 of those hours to a business, then you have so many more hours to dedicate to self, God, children, family, whatever. And he broke down like how he's structuring his shit. And I was just like, damn, if I stop allowing others' emotional instability to affect me, I would be so much further along, because I'm not holding myself accountable and doing what I need to do for myself, because I am watching someone else's situation as if it's my reality. I am allowing someone else's situation to consume my reality, because I'm not being in control of my reality, because I am allowing myself to consume things that are not my reality. So it's like, all right, now that I know this, let me cultivate myself a little bit differently. Let me realize, first and foremost, I'm making excuses and I'm blaming others. I'm playing victim here. This is why I get so angry when others play victim. I'm playing victim. Oh, my circumstances of my environment are fucking me over. No, because once you actually have that high level of consciousness where you're aware, then you have to be responsible for yourself. And this is what they talk about when you do the work. And this is why people be so mad about having to do the work and doing the work, because you have to become responsible for that power. You have to be responsible. You can't hold yourself victim anymore. You can't sit up there and play the blame game. You can't keep making excuses. You really have to tap in and tune on and be like, damn, at the end of the day, this is still my fault. I'm still trying to blame somebody else for the lack of what I am creating for myself, because I ain't showing up for me. How you think somebody else about to fucking pull up? They ain't gonna pull up, baby. Ain't nobody coming to save you, baby. Ain't nobody coming to save you. And that's what's really fucked up, is because we all thought somebody was gonna come and save us. And the reality is, you needed to go within to save your damn self. Life is good, and then you live. That's it. Excuse me. Life is good, and then you live. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've already put it in my mind and programmed myself to believe that in this reality, in this time, and in this space, right here, right now, and what I don't have any bad days. There are no bad days. There are just days of evaluation. Because if something is happening to where your nervous system is starting to be dysregulated, if something has happened to where you're starting to be triggered, then it's meaning that you need to be evaluating what's going on within inside of you. You need to be evaluating what's going on outside of you. That means that you need to take a motherfucking second. Don't be so responsive to the shit that's going on. Don't be so responsive. Just take a second. You know what I'm saying? Like yesterday, my friend said to me, I told her, I was like, yeah, so said something to me and I didn't respond. She was like, well, why did you keep not responding? And at that time, I didn't have the answer. I was like, because I was going to get to it. But what I realize now is because you don't need to respond immediately all the time. Because then you're offering up power that you didn't even agree to, because you're responding so instantly. You didn't even check in with yourself and your body to see if it even needed you to be a part of that. It didn't need me to be a part of it. So I wasn't consenting to it. And now that I know that, I'm moving even more different going forward. It doesn't require for me to be a part of that. So I'm not going to be a part of that. I am no longer going to allow myself to respond immediately to no type of bullshit. Don't be so reactive. If somebody going off and they doing something and they coming at you a certain type of way, stop. Check in. Hear what they really saying. And then fill it in and process it through your body. And see if that's something that you need to be engaging in. Or if you should just lead them to it. And that's what I be saying. Mind your business. Mind your motherfucking business. Everything ain't got shit to do with you. Even if it's happening to you right there in the motherfucking midst, it still don't mean it's your business. You being tested. You being tested to see if you go fall victim to the same bullshit. And 9 times out of 10, we lose because we don't take the time to check in with ourselves. So again, what are you allowing yourself to consume? What are you giving your energy to? Who's in control? You or the motherfuckers and things around you? I'm in control. So that means that every fucking waking moment that something is happening around me, I'm paying attention to it. I'm making sure that I am staying in tune with these small details that are happening around me. And I'm saying, oh, does this have anything to do with me? Am I supposed to be engaging in that or not? And if I'm not, I keep it moving. I keep it moving because I know better. I've already lived the life where I got to be right about every fucking thing. I've already lived the life of where I'm going to respond and react to every fucking thing that's going on around me. I've already lived the life of playing the fucking blame game. I've already done all of this shit already. I've done the not being my fucking self. I've done all of that shit. I've done it. If you think about it, I've fucking done it. I've already done it. Oh, I swear to God, I've done it. And so now I'm doing different. I'm choosing different. I'm deciding different. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to engage myself into that. Or I'm going to pull myself out of that because I no longer want to engage in it anymore. Because you get to decide and you get to change your mind. Just because you've been doing it for this long don't mean you have to keep on doing it. Reinvent yourself and then teach motherfuckers who the fuck you are now. And if they ain't okay with it, so what? Let their asses drop off. You will get who you're supposed to be with. Listen, what's yours won't miss you. What belongs to you will not pass you by. So make sure you are investing in things that are going to align you with what is for you instead of shaking you up and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Y'all don't hear me though. You know what I'm saying? I'm like this little Bleezy because that's my business and that's what I want to do. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling happy and I feel like I should be celebrating. There's so many great things that's going on around me. There's so many great things that's going on to me, for me, you know. And I just want to spend a moment and be thankful for that. Because as I evaluate my life and the people that I have in it, the people that are close to me, I realize that I am blessed. Truly. I'm truly blessed. And highly favored. To be clear. Blessed and highly favored. Blessed and highly favored. Blessed and blessed and highly favored. Blessed and praise break. Oh. Blessed and highly favored. Blessed and highly favored. Praise break. Yeah, but that's it. The message is clear. Take your power back. Stop investing in shit that is not going to be beneficial for, excuse me, your future self. Stop investing in shit that ain't taking you nowhere. That's it. That's the message. It's clear. I love y'all. Enjoy y'all day. Peace.